Iron in the soul. What's up, YouTube? This is your big brother King Jabez. Back to you with another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at The King Jabez, as well as my website, theironandsoul.com. Whatever you decide to do, it will be greatly appreciated. Let's do some work. I believe I gave today's video the title, Quality is Rare. Watch out for the fakes that counter the real. Let's do some work today. A culture has been created, is currently being created, that gives space and a platform to a lot of fake people. Katt Williams had a video recently that has been seen by millions of people, myself being one of them. And with his video, he was able to point out a reality in Hollywood that happens everywhere, whether it be the church, family, relationships. There's always a fake person that's getting more volume than the real. So let's talk about this. What does it mean to be rare breed quality? To be quality, you got to be willing to stand alone. Quality comes through years of practice, learning. People who do this become your best athletes. They become your models. They become your kings and queens. They become your entrepreneurs, the people you can admire. You think about the ancient Roman Empire. You had the emperors, the gladiators, and the gods. And the gods were the people who kind of shaped the culture through music, right? Through culture, through entertainment. Those were the gods, lowercase g, of the culture. And then you had your gladiators, those who would get into the Colosseums and they would perform before the people and give them that motivation, that warrior spirit that we all need. We all have to have a warrior spirit to a degree to accomplish anything. You need a warrior spirit to be a good teacher. You got to go to work for those kids every day. You need a warrior spirit to be a good doctor. You need a warrior spirit to be a good entrepreneur in terms of you ladies who do hair, beauticians, you barbers, tattoo artists. You're self-made. That's going to be hard to do. So you all have that warrior spirit and you can be inspired with that and through the gladiators, the athletes. And then you have the emperors. You have modern day terminology for here in America. You have your president, vice president, governors, your lobbyists in different states, your politicians. And everybody plays a part on that, I guess you could say chessboard, one way of putting that, a better way, just the culture, the environment, the world. So we think about that. There are real and fake in all those arenas. With the gladiators, you got the real, you got the fake. With the emperors, you have those who are sincerely for the people, and you have those who are not for the people. And you think about this. This is such an important message because I believe in 2024, this is a year or a moment of truth. We've had this process 2020, 2021, all the way up to 2024. And now I feel like the Katt Williams, the cat's gonna get out the bag now. You know what I mean? What is going on in this in dark? It's about to come out. And some people will minimize what Katt Williams said because he's an entertainer. But I'm here to tell you that as a spiritual leader, that happens in the spirit world too. That happens in entertainment. That happens in the business world. That happens wherever you have people. What Katt Williams talked about in that 2-3 hour video is a reality what humans do is create these cliques. You got the boss, you got his little minions. They all gang up and click on you because they don't like you for that reason. The real is normally attacked by the boss and the minions. And the real is normally the minority. Also, the real are not as loud as the fakes. The fakes are louder because they have the support of the other phonies because people like them. Birds of a feather flock together. So the real tend to be pushed to the side. But what we saw in that video and what we see in real life is that it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. And who you are, good or bad, will eventually be manifest. The good book says it this way: a man reaps what he sows. So if you're planting corn, you're getting corn back eventually. You're not going to plant corn. As one of my mentors tell me, you don't plant corn, get apples back. You're not going to plant apple seeds and get back a banana. Okay? What you plant, who you are, the work you put in, or lack thereof, that's what will come back to you eventually. And the reason this is such an important message, brothers and sisters, is because we live in a day now, because of social media, because of the age of information. It's easy to get online on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, any one of these social media platforms, and to present yourself as something that you may or may not be. So this is the most convenient time for the fakes to present themselves as real, because you can just regurgitate the information. You can go online and Google any subject and get thousands of pieces of paper. You can get a catchy title, get your thumbnail, say a few things, and you're on. And that happens. And what this has done is brought down the quality of everything, in my opinion. It's brought down the quality of online teaching. It's brought down the quality, definitely, in music, because everybody does it now. So it's brought down the quality. And so everybody wants to be the next person. Very few people have the courage, the character, the compassion, the conviction to be themselves and to do exactly what Nikola Tesla said, which is to be alone. Because being alone, that is the secret to your genius. In meditation, in prayer, someone asked me earlier on TikTok in a live, I did a live earlier today, do I believe in astral projection? Do I believe in astral projection? And though I don't necessarily believe in astral projection, I do believe in your spirit supernaturally visiting the Spirit of God in the third heaven, because that's what happened with the Apostle Paul. He was called to the third heaven. So I do believe through meditation, fasting, your diet, holding on to your sexual energy, being a high vibrational person, your spirit can literally visit God or demons too, if you tap into witchcraft and the occult. So we are spiritual beings. So yes, I believe in quietness, you can tap into your true self. And some of you are connecting with God, but some of you, unfortunately, brothers and sisters, are connecting with demons and with fallen spirits. You're entering that second heaven reaction. And that second heaven spiritual activity is masking itself as being God. And that's why you have to be careful with every person who mentions God online. Just because a person mentions God doesn't mean they're being led by the Most High. So we live in a day and age where the fakes are exalted. And this is nothing new. If we take it back to ancient Israel, Jezebel, by the way, she didn't seduce the people of God through lust only. When we think about Jezebel, we think about seduction, lust, loosely dressed women, right? Ladies of the night. I'm going to be as proper as possible. I don't have to call names to make a point, right? We think about that. But what we don't think about is that Jezebels are often spiritual leaders. Peep game. Jezebel's father was a king of a country, and this country is what brought Baal worship to Israel. Baal worship is idolatry, aka the occult, aka false religion, aka following demons hidden behind idols. And so just because someone looks good doesn't mean they're not there to give you a false message. And so what's happening now is that often pretty faces are used to mask dishonest truth. Dishonesty, and I mean to mask the truth or dishonesty rather, and to give you a false vision. And so there is a age now where Jezebels are hiding the word of God and presenting falsehood and fantasies. And that's more appealing at times than the truth that comes from the prophet of God. So when you think about this, this happens in the spiritual realm. This happens in the entertainment industry, as we saw. It happens in the business world with workplace bullying. It happens in sports arenas. You have sometimes players who are better than the next, and people try to hurt them. You have to watch out for this energy wherever you go. So if you are a real person, I want to talk to real quick, the minority, right? The elite, the chosen. Let me talk to you. You got to be careful out here, because you have an energy. I'm speaking right from the spirit. No notes. You have an energy and spirit that people see as dangerous. Okay, listen to me. Know your power. You have a power and connection with the Most High that they don't have. And so they are jealous of that. So they're going to try to sabotage. They're going to try to hurt you. Why do you think I gave you that message just a few weeks ago a few days ago rather, about people to avoid in 2024. We talked about 6 individuals. I did a whole hour live on TikTok about that earlier. We talked about the hyena. We've talked about the python. We talked about the ostrich. That's the person who always puts their head in the sand when you're going through something. We talked about all of that because in this new year, a part of your growth will be separation. Somebody put in the comment section, separation. I'm not called to isolation, but I'm called to separation. There are some people I'm going to separate myself from. L.A. Capone has a mixtape called Separate Yourself. Rest in peace to young L.A. L.A. Separate yourself. Kyrie Irving had that in the story one day. It's that time. It's time to separate yourself. Some people are dangerous. Do you hear me? You hear me? As we say in Chicago, you hear me? They dangerous. They don't like you. They want to hurt you. And we have to be wise in these last days. Wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You don't have to be aggressive. You could be kind. You could be diplomatic. You could be, say good vibes only. Oh, that's fine to a certain extent. Use good judgment. Be around people who are like-minded. This is a time where the real must stand up and not allow the fakes to overshadow you. That's all I have for today. This is your big brother, King Jabez. Thanks for listening. God bless. Peace.